Hello, I'm Padre Kit at RAF Brize Norton, and welcome to Talking to Yourself, a short podcast series looking at resilience and how to grow in it. Today, as we continue through our series, we are thinking about the good. Previously in this podcast series, we have looked at optimism, having a positive outlook on what is to come based on realistic and grounded evidence. Today, as we focus on the good, it is about tuning into that which is positive in the here and now, as opposed to forward-looking. When we focus on the good in our lives, we still have to maintain that honest outlook in our life we spoke about in the second episode. Focusing on the good doesn't mean ignoring the things that are bad in our lives, nor pretending they don't exist. What it does mean is that we make sure the good in our lives is not itself drowned out and overwhelmed by the difficulties, hardships, and sufferings we face. Ignore the cliches of, look on the bright side, or at least you still have your health. The good in your life is what runs deeper than the rough or smooth waters on the surface. Finding the good in your life is not too difficult for most people. Most of us will have one or more areas in our life where things are going very well, or at least where it is easy enough to count our blessings. For the times when that is harder, for those for whom the good seems entirely absent, there are still some things we can think about. There's still good in our lives, even when it's hard to see. Relationship breakdowns can be all-consuming. Falling out with family and friends are some of the hardest things to get over. But there will still be things that you do that you love. Some activities, things you can focus on that you do by yourself or with others. There is still good there in your life. If the pressures of work are boiling over, if the work's mounting up and there seems no end in sight, remind yourself that you have family who are there for you, friends who care about you. If money is tighter than you've ever known it, and this is a legitimate concern for so many people, remind yourself that you are loved and that you are not alone. Your ability to carry on in life is necessitated by finding the good, focusing on it, and building on it. It's very easy to focus on the negative things in our lives, especially when we have high expectations. But this focus on the negative comes from listening to yourself. Talking to yourself focuses you in on the good. Or give yourself a good talking to and ask if what you are doing, thinking and saying is what's doing good for you. These are the things on the middle rung of the stepladder. Remember the three-runged stepladder we spoke about last week? The top rung is the utopia that we all desire to live in. The middle rung is the reality that we do live in. But the bottom rung is the true reality of human existence that 99% of all people have ever known. The things on that middle rung, where everything is better on there than the bottom rung, those are the things that we remind ourselves of, those good things. Our physical needs are fulfilled. We live in a fairly safe and secure environment and society. Our emotional needs can be met as well, and so much more. Give yourself a talking to rather than listening to yourself. After all, your feelings aren't even the result of the good in your life, but are the result of what you tell yourself about it.